Hey Libra, welcome to your December 2020 reading, and welcome to Sagittarius season. Let's get straight into it. So, December is a big month because we have Saturn and Jupiter moving into fellow air sign, fixed air sign of Aquarius. Saturn moves on December 17th, and Jupiter moves 2 days later on the 19th. Let's see, I feel like a card flipped. No, but one did come out. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, really good. Really, Empress, the Empress just came out. Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of abundance, Libra, that I feel like you're feeling this month. The King of Pentacles is like definitely zeroing in on that abundant vibe as far as your material abundance. The Empress though is very representative of your of your overall vibe, of your overall like deeper vibe that you carry this season. The Empress is also about remembering to be still and where you are and trusting the natural process of the energy that you're experiencing. So we're in mutable fire. This is about how you can alchemize the energy of your season and use that to situate yourself into a comfortable position right now. All right, and then I believe I showed this, the Ace of Cups, and then Two of Pentacles came out as well. So Ace of Cups, like I was saying with the vibes of abundance, the Ace of Cups is really representative of you being at a place of equilibrium with your intentions and with your manifestations. The Ace of Cups is kind of like that point in which you can meet up with what it is that you've written for yourself this season. Sagittarius mutable fire really gives you the tools and the vision to be able to see far enough into the future to set up a game plan now. You are feeling like the waters are overflowing with ideas and with possibilities on how you can carry this feeling, this Empress energy, this King of Pentacles energy with you into the next 6 months. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, I feel like it always is this way, right? With Libras, with you guys having to find the balance within every situation. While all of this is really positive and playing out positively through you, I feel like you may have a tendency to want to throw monkey wrenches into the mix this month. I feel like you may be overthinking and not so much overthinking, you're like dragging this into your physical realm. Like you may make up your mind to do one thing and start working towards that. Like let's say you want to make the decision to move to move homes, right? You start doing that. You start, looking for places, scheduling tours, you're packing up your boxes, and then, all of a sudden you halt that and you run completely in the other direction 180. You know what I mean? um, that sort of stuff. Like you're bringing it out of your mind into your physical realm, which has the potential to exhaust you. My fear too is that you have a lot of stuff coming to you this month. Um, for the reasons stated earlier in the reading, between the Empress and the Ace of Cups, I feel like it should be pretty self explanatory. You have a lot of offers and people wanting to make their way into your reality, um, to be extensions of this abundance for you, whether that be through love, whether that be business opportunities, whether that just be connection overall and being able to connect with new people on a level that's more in alignment with where you are now. And so I feel like the Two of Pentacles is, it throws like I said, a monkey wrench into the mix, because you have lots of people coming your way. You have people that want to extend cups to you, that want to extend their hand and make an offer to you, and it's something that has emotional value and something that is clearly of some sort of worth in this person's mind and heart and what they're wanting to extend to you. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, somebody who, is trying to offer up something and sell it as higher in value, something that can be heard but not seen, something that can be a feeling can be initiated from what the Page of Pentacles offers, but whether that feeling manifests into anything more is up in the air. The Knight of Cups doesn't deal with anything like that at all. The Knight of Cups is just an extension of love, an extension of this Ace of Cups energy. It doesn't matter so much who is delivering the Ace of Cups to you. It's more so the fact that the universe is delivering this Ace of Cups to you. And in the meantime, there's also going to be lots of ways that the universe is going to try to test. I don't want to say test, but it wants to reinforce those boundaries that you've set up. It wants to reinforce those pillars that you've established, those pillars of truth within yourself. It wants to see how firm they are. Are you going to entertain the Page of Pentacles? I don't think you will at all. But like I said, I just think if you fall into the Two of Pentacles space, it becomes a little bit more confusing to weave out the Knight of Cups versus the Page of Pentacles. Why is that? Well, if you're too busy exhausting yourself, like I said, this is overthinking and then you bringing it into your reality. When you are running on fumes or running around and actively shifting parts of your life around, you're creating instability. So even if you are in an uncomfortable situation in your life, it's not really going to come up on your radar because you're already creating so much havoc yourself. So you already don't feel secure. Okay? So, how are you going to be able to tell if what somebody else is coming in and trying to offer at that time is something of value or not? You know what I mean? You're not in a balanced space when you're in the Two of Pentacles space, when you're running around on overdrive. You know what I mean? However it looks, however subtle even. It may not be as dramatic as you like making huge life decisions, but the Two of Pentacles is you feeling insecure enough in your current state to be open to influence. And when you're open to influence, certain defense systems may not be engaged. You know what I mean? Because you may think it's innocent at first, right? But then there goes the whole like needing to reinforce your pillars of truth. Like, have you elevated or not? You know what I mean? Not to be like harsh or anything, but it is kind of like that. You know what I mean? It is very much a test. Like, it shouldn't be hard for you to to pick out the difference. It's just whether or not you want to sit still enough to like make that hard decision. You know what I mean? But the beautiful thing about this is that we're in mutable fire season and there is a little bit of chaos that's allowed. You're not meant to be perfect, Libra. There's no... Like, when I say all of this, it's not to single you out at all. It's to just remind you that the present moment is really, like, as good as it's going to get for you. If you can just surrender to the present moment and relinquish the control or the need to externalize your indecision, you know, hoping that it's going to bring some sort of like feeling, just surrender to the present moment and surrender to the fact that Spirit is asking you to be still right now and is asking you to receive. Spirit is not asking you to go and do. Spirit's asking you to be. And let what is meant for you to come forward. Nowhere in that is there a line that says you get to go out and choose what is best for you and what is, you know, what is not. That sounds like you limiting possibilities to yourself. If God is all possibilities, you going out and trying to create boundaries within that is you trying to limit God. Don't do that. Be still. Spirit wants you to be still. Be still doesn't mean be stagnant at all. The Empress is not stagnant at all. She has an entire garden to tend to and to get wrapped up in. There's lots of things for you to be doing in this space. There's lots of energy that you have coming in towards you. Okay? That is a job in and of itself. When you have everything coming in towards you, Spirit is asking you to decipher. Spirit is asking you to be still enough to receive what is meant for you. If you aren't clear within yourself because you feel the need to exert some sort of control of yourself, control of your own, if you try to insert some control of your own into the situation, you are limiting the ways in which things can come and find you, and you don't want to do that. You want to just be. The Empress is somebody who can spot the difference between the Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, right? It's not even that the Page of Pentacles is some evil figure. Not at all. The Page of Pentacles, most of the time, is somebody that is sincerely trying to... Their offer may be sincere. Their shortcomings are just inevitable of somebody who doesn't want to hold themselves to that high regard, to do the work, to elevate themselves. Okay? That's all the Page of Pentacles is. The Page of Pentacles isn't somebody who's evil. This isn't necessarily somebody who you have to demonize at all. This is just somebody that you kind of can peep from a mile away, that you're not going to let them in all the way necessarily to get to a position that has some sort of dominion over this power that you are working with. Does that make sense? Like, if somebody isn't at the Empress space within themselves, they shouldn't have the ability to come in and siphon off of that energy if they aren't in alignment with it, if they aren't bringing to it. Does that make sense? It's the intention. It's not the access. It's your intention. There's a difference. You know what I mean? Some people, if they aren't of good intention and want to just feed off of the Empress energy and not have it be a reciprocal interaction, an exchange, then those people shouldn't necessarily be allowed in your space, right? It doesn't mean, like, some of these people may be in your work environment. You can't go and necessarily just up and leave. I understand you may not want to leave your current job just because you can't control certain situations in life. I understand that. So this is just about, again, it's an energetic knowing. It's about you creating those boundaries of, okay, I peep you. Sure, we work together. I see you a couple days a week, whatever. That doesn't mean that you are coming in and having a seat at my internal table. I can shoot the shit with you at work. If that. Depending on really where on this hierarchy you are. You know what I mean? Not everybody you talk to has to have, like, a pass to your internal, like, sanctuary, is what I'm trying to say. The point that I'm trying to drive home. Okay, and here is Saturn and Jupiter, like I was just talking about. All of this playing out this month of needing to remain in the Empress space to be able to receive is very vital, because this shift going into Aquarius is going to be big for you guys. It's in a fellow air sign, right? So the energy is already going to be in your guys' neck of the woods. It's already in your guys' field. You guys can line up with it a little bit easier and integrate to it a little bit easier than signs of a different element, right? Of course, it depends how you yield it, absolutely. But the point is that it's coming. The point of you being in this space of making these distinctions, right, yourself, is because when the energy comes in middle / end of December, you have to be clear. You want to be in a space when those channels fully get into your sign, right? And by that point, we'll be towards the end of December, once we're out of the transition periods of them first moving. You have an incredible amount of energy to direct. This is a big placement that is going to help you pull into your reality a lot of things that you've been actively setting the intentions around manifesting for quite some time. These are things that have been um, deeply held within you, Libra. The star is all about a deep wish coming true, coming to fruition. It's about diligence, right? Consistency. There's a consistency to this card and to consistently wishing for something and having your eyes set on it and being so confident in your position to know that you're not going to settle for anything that isn't what you know is what you've been tending those waters for. You know what I mean? Like, you know exactly what that looks like and what that feels like. And you're not just willing to give that up for anyone. That's what this clarity that this month calls for you to have is all about. It's about recognizing that within yourself, because once Saturn and Jupiter move, you are about to see that echo into your external. Your boundaries that you've set for yourself, that regard that you hold yourself to this month, Libra, is something that you are going to directly see play out in front of you once Jupiter and Saturn make the jump. You're going to be so grateful that you did it, because it may be uncomfortable now, right? Like, again, the energy is kind of chaotic and sporadic right now. I'll give it to you. So it may feel like a challenge now to hold this ground, but once everything moves into air, you are going to see just how it's all going to become very clear. You're going to realize, damn, I'm really happy I held my ground and I didn't give up my position for this. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. This is about resilience. This is about you powering through this storm this month. You know, because you will be grateful by the time we end December and get into January. You will be very, very grateful. Once Saturn and Jupiter settle into Aquarius, you will see. It will become very clear how really what was causing all of this haziness before is really not. Hindsight being 2020, I'll say it like this. Hindsight being 2020, you're going to realize that what you were kind of up in arms about now actually wasn't that big of a deal, is really what I'm trying to say. That's going to become very clear to you, and thus the reality and realization that you stuck to your guns and you didn't fold is going to be very like oh, thank God. You know what I mean? Because, like, Libra, you know how you can get when you vacillate on the scales. Sometimes it can feel very, very extreme. Like, you can get on one end of the scale and never think that you're going to want to come out from that position. And then, like, once you balance out, you're like, oh, thank God. Thank God I was not serious in that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're going to be very much thanking yourself for being as resilient as you were with as little knowing as you did in the time. I mean, hopefully not. This reading's going up the beginning of December, so hopefully you'll be able to navigate this. But either way, even with the navigation, it's still going to be a fight. You're going to have to cling to yourself and fight through it. And you know, just you're fighting to maintain this space. You know, if this space isn't hard for you to maintain, it's not going to feel like fighting. It's going to feel more satisfactory, like, oh yeah, I did do that. You know what I mean? But if you're chilling in the Empress space already, Libra, you're good. You're really good. All right. I love you so much, Libra. I hope that this month is amazing. It sure looks like it's going to be, at least from my perspective, looking down at the cards. But um, yeah, really just zero in on who you are this month, and remember to just be. Spirit's not asking you to do. As a cardinal sign, I know that that may be a news flash, but just be this month. Do yourself a favor and just be. And let Saturn and Jupiter get situated in Aquarius, and then the next moves from there will become clear to you. Okay? Uh, yeah. Have a great December. I will see you in January.